Okay, how we doing, folks? It is Thursday, June 2nd, 2016, giving you the recap of Game 1 of the NBA Finals. Golden State coming out on top, 104-89. They take the 1-0 series lead. This was a very odd game of basketball. Really nothing what I expected was going to happen in this series, apart from the Warriors winning Game 1, which I thought was going to be the case. But you look at it from, well, start with the Golden State Warriors. They got a lot of balanced scoring from a lot of different players. Unfortunately, two of those players were not Steph Curry and Klay Thompson. 11 points for Curry on 4 of 15 shooting, 3 of 8 from three-point line. Klay Thompson, 4 of 12, 1 of 5 from three-point line, 9 points. Only 20 points between those two. The guard matchup, I had been consistent. That's the reason why I was picking the Golden State Warriors, because of their guard play. And they frankly didn't bring it tonight. But we'll get into Cleveland in just a moment. If they score 20 points between the two of them and shoot 8 of 27 and win the game by 15, something's wrong. Only one other player had 20 points, or one player, that is, because those guys weren't 20 points. That was Shaun Livingston, who had 20 points on 8 of 10 shooting off the bench, 4 rebounds, 3 assists, 1 steal. He was very good tonight, spectacular, to say the least. But Leandro Barbosa, 11 points. Andre Iguodala, 12 points. Festus Ezeli also had 2 points off the bench. That was a combined 45 bench points by the Golden State Warriors, as opposed to 10 bench points from the Cleveland Cavaliers. None of them scoring more than 5 off the Cleveland bench. Draymond Green, 16 points, 11 rebounds, 7 assists. Harrison Barnes, 13 points, 2 assists. Very good defense as well. Andrew Bogut, 10 points, 3 rebounds. Going to Cleveland, Kevin Love, 17 points, 7 of 17 shooting. LeBron James, 23 points, 9 of 21 shooting. 12 rebounds and 9 assists for LeBron, 13 rebounds for Kevin Love. Kyrie Irving, 26 points, 4 assists. Only 3 points for J.R. Smith. Kyrie Irving shot 7 for 22. So between the big three, 22 of 60, 23 of 60 shooting. Not going to get the job done. Altogether, 32 of 84 for the Cleveland Cavaliers, 7 of 21 from downtown, 38.1, 33.3 respectively, as opposed to Golden State, 43 of 87, just a shot under 500, and 9 of 27 from the three-point line. Now, with Golden State, I thought the keys were Harrison Barnes defensively. Obviously, Shaun Livingston, they really didn't have any matchups for him. I'm surprised they didn't put Dellavedova or even Iman Shumpert. Iman Shumpert, only 17 points. That's right where he's been riding this entire playoffs. Only had 3 points on 1 3-point shot. He made it. But, you don't want to take Shumpert off of Curry or Thompson, and I'm sure that he contributed to them playing poorly. A lot of it was just bad shooting, but when Shaun Livingston's killing you, you got to make an answer for it. I don't think Draymond Green was necessarily spectacular, though his numbers were good. He was solid on the glass, but I wasn't seeing much. Andrew Bogut still got outplayed by Tristan Thompson, who had 12 rebounds, 6 on the offensive glass. Andrew Bogut only had 3 rebounds, so it was really Shaun Livingston and the bench for Golden State that got them the victory. Now, moving on to the Cleveland Cavaliers, which I think is the biggest story as of right now. LeBron James, 23 points. At times, he was aggressive in the first half, but just not aggressive enough. Kyrie Irving was a little inconsistent. He missed a couple layups. So did Kevin Love, who had a combined 43 points between the two of them. But when they're missing shots in that regard, and missing layups, that's going to be a problem. But LeBron James, he had opportunities to take over. He just didn't do so. I don't know how long this is going to continue with LeBron James until he finally says enough is enough and just starts taking the game over. Now, Cleveland went into the fourth quarter only down 6. There was an extended run. You could basically go to the end of the fourth quarter, really, because that's, they just kept blowing them out. They won 30-21, Golden State, that is, in the fourth quarter, that is. But towards the end of the third quarter, into little less than halfway through the fourth quarter, I believe it was about a 23-6 run, 21-4 at one point, and then Cleveland got a couple threes to get it to 14, but then, the game was basically already out of hand at that point. I know I didn't just put my hand in to signify it was out of hand. That was by mistake. But Now there's a point, it was a 6 point lead for Golden State going into the fourth quarter. LeBron James did not start the fourth quarter. Quick 4-0 run. Tyronn Lue takes a timeout. Does not put LeBron James back in the game. I'm sick of this rest and all that. He logged 41 minutes, though, and he brought him in like 2 minutes later. Those extra 2 minutes aren't going to kill you. It's the NBA Finals. You have 2 days off. Enough of the rest already and start playing these guys. That's when the game got out of hand. They couldn't stop the bleeding, and it just basically ended from there. But LeBron James, again, he was assertive at points, but he's got to really take over. He's just way too focused on getting everyone involved. And these are where the questions about LeBron James come from, because he just doesn't take over enough, and he has to do it for the Cleveland Cavaliers to win this series. If he doesn't, they have no chance. I don't think they'll win anyway, but certainly they're not going to win if he's not doing it. And when you have a game, they were able to get it to one. Like we said, I actually had the lead at points in the third quarter, and Steph Curry and Klay Thompson only have 20 points between the two of them, and you lose by 15. It's a real problem. Now, I don't think that means that Cleveland can't come back. A loss is a loss just the same. Granted, you look at it and say Steph Curry and Klay Thompson didn't play well and they still won by 15. Whatever. Cleveland can't look at that moving forward. They have to just play their game and win a tough game against Golden State in the second one. I was expecting they were going to win game two, and I expected Steph Curry and Klay Thompson to play well this entire series. I made note of that, how I thought the guard matchup was the reason why I was picking Golden State. So Cleveland has to rebound and come back. I think they'll be much more proficient, but it's going to come down to LeBron James. If he's going to keep playing this way, they're really going to have no chance. Enough's enough already, LeBron. You want to win a championship this year. You've got to put this team on your back. I know you have Irving. I know you have Love. I know these guys have been playing well, but they need him now more than ever. So coming up on Sunday will be game two. We will give you the recap of that when it comes. Be sure to stay tuned for that. Remember, we appreciate all subscriptions and all shares. People telling their friends and others who are interested in basketball. Just spread the word, get it out. We really thank everyone for that. So we will see you Sunday night for the recap of game two. Have a good night, everyone. Take care.